Hey guys, Dawson here, and I'm going to be showing you how to create a FiveM server using the most popular server provider, and that is Zap Hosting. In the description, there will be a link to the Zap Hosting website. It is a direct link straight to the FiveM application. It might pop up with this, but it might not also. I don't know. And once you get here, you will see, first thing you'll see is FiveM Mod Linux, FiveM Mod Windows, FiveM 5redm Linux, and FiveM Upvotes. Linux and Windows, they're both FiveM. They're basically the exact same thing. Linux does offer a couple more like display, and that's about it. Maybe a performance up boost. I believe we've learned that a little bit in our experience. But Windows and Linux, no real difference, honestly. Windows players can connect to the Linux one and vice versa. It's basically the same thing. RedM is Red Dead Redemption 2, and Upvotes is Upvotes voting your server to the top of a upvote list. We're gonna use Windows, and that's what the link directs it to. And right here you have the location of your server. So you click ping check because it'll be the location nearest to you. Mine is Dallas, USA. It depends on where you're located in the world. So right here, this will be at 0 for you. Well, it'll be at 10. And basically, this is how much people can be in the server at once. It ranges from 10 to 128 slots. But to go above 32, you will need a FiveM Patreon membership. That is ranges from $17 a month to, I believe, $60 a month. And it's right here. Well, that'll be explained in a later video in this series sometime. So if you don't want that, then your max is 32 slots, and that is if you're doing a roleplay server and you're like, or you and a lot of buddies are getting together and having some fun in a server, but then you don't want to deal with random people in online and you want to add some custom stuff. But 10 is usually perfect if you're just you messing around testing some things, or you and maybe like 5 friends, maybe 8 friends are in a server messing around. Memory boost. This is how much RAM is allocated to the server itself. The more RAM, the better performance you'll get depending on what you add to the server. So if you adding nothing, near nothing, then you don't need like any RAM, because the slots come with 1 gig of RAM, but more RAM, the more slots. And if say you're adding massive like map extensions, like a Liberty City extension you can add, maybe islands, custom stuff, then you're going to want more RAM, because then the server will run better and you won't lag as much. I say as much because depending on your PC, if you have a low-end PC, you're probably going to lag if you have something big in the server. CPU and host server. This is the CPU, the processor the server is using, and there's standard or premium. The standard one is low end. It will not really affect anything if you're not adding much, but if you're adding, like I said earlier, maps, all those custom vehicles and stuff, you're probably going to want a premium one, because then your server will be a lot faster and it'll be smoother. Own IPv4. If you're switching between servers like to different games and stuff like that, you're going to want to have own IPv4 address, because then your players won't have to type in a new address every time. It's basically ease of access. And DDoS, this DDoS overview is certain to certain places. I believe it's only in Frankfurt right now, Germany, but I do not know that. But that's like, you can see if there's any DDoS attacks happening on your server and previous ones, and you can stop your server if there's something happening. And settlement type. There's prepaid or contract. The settlement is how you're going to pay for the server. Prepaid is you're paying for a certain number of time, and you can add on like add on days. Contract is you stick to this set contract. You can't, I believe you might be able to change it, but I do not know. Contract is you have to pay monthly, or depending on what you select, but you have to pay it, otherwise you'll get invoices, and eventually your account will be deleted, or the server will be deleted. Right now we're going to do prepaid, and we're just going to set it to 7 days. And the billing interval is how many days you want it for. So 7 days, you have to pay more for the less time. So the lowest you go is 7 days, and that adds an extra 28 cents to it. But if you go to 5 years, you'll be minus $144. So you're making money right there. So we'll set ours to 7 days. And right here, you're going to have, here you're going to have to log in. You'll have to create an account. It'll just be email, I believe, I don't know what's there, but password and password. And that'll create an account, and you should have something like this pop up. And right here is how you're going to pay for it. Zap coins is if you have an account, you can have coins in the server. People can donate you money. So right here we have some money in ours. And usually if you're just creating an account, you won't have any money. So you're going to have to pay with credit card, Bitcoin, or PayPal, or some of these depending on where you live in the world. Credit card, you click this, and you're going to click both of these agrees, and you can use a voucher. And that is a voucher. We have in the description, there will be a voucher for you that's 20% off your purchase. So right now, I believe I already have it cashed, but it was $1.97, and now it is $1.58 for my 7-day server. And this is basically it can really affect it. So let's say you're getting the high-end server, top-notch, everything. You're just big dog and want everything, max everything. That is normally going to be $10,498, but with that 20% voucher, it's $8,398, which is massive difference. That's a lot of money. Let me just quickly change these back because I'm not spending that money for this video. So right here we have, so right now I'm going to show you how to pay for it. Right now I'm going to be using PayPal, so I will agree. And my voucher is already cashed, so I will click buy now. If you're using the credit card, it'll pop up with a screen telling you to type in your information, and yeah. So I'm going to log in. And if you used PayPal before, I believe you should know how to do this. But if you don't, then maybe here's the little thing. You have your card right there, and you can add one. But then you click continue. And it'll say payment progress successful, or if it didn't go through, it'll say like error or something like that. And when you buy something, you get a 10% discount on your next purchase if you save this code. And right now the server is getting ready. They're setting it up, and then you're good to go. And now on a later video, I'll show you what you can do on the Zap Hosting interface and how to add things into the server. So stay tuned for this series. And thank you guys for watching, and make sure to, like I said just not that long ago, check out the next videos if you want to keep learning on how to develop a FiveM server. Thank you.